Hey everybody, my name is Chrissy Schultz. Welcome to my kitchen and thanks for joining the party. So today I'm going to make a super easy springtime, summertime dessert that is great for entertaining. And it's easy. So I'm actually going to start and show you guys one of our newest products and start with the topping first. So this is our Deluxe stand mixer. It is 16.6 pounds, so it is lighter than some of the other mixers on the market. I have one of those other ones, and I have since put it away. I am exclusively using this. I have used it for bread, meatloaf, whipped cream, cookies, like heavy duty, big fancy cookies, just about anything I have made in here and loved it. Mashed potatoes. So it comes with the cooking guide, which I love. Any of our appliances come with a guide like this. So in here, you're going to get a good introduction to your stand mixer. And then on each of the pages, it's going to talk to you a little bit about the presets, which I'm going to go over with you guys, and how to use your stand mixer. And then it's going to give you tips and fun facts on each of the presets. And then we go into recipes for every single preset. So this is all here for you. It's not just desserts. So if you're somebody who typically sees a stand mixer and you think, okay, that's just for bakers, and I'm not much of a baker, I challenge you to think about this again, because I also have shredded chicken in here like that. Like I said, meatloaf, mashed potatoes. So it's not just for your baked goods. You're also going to get a paddle mixer, and I love, my old mixer did not have this. It was like a specialty add-on item. It has the little scraper on it. So let me zoom in so you guys can see that. Okay, so this is going to scrape down your bowl so that you don't have to worry about things not getting mixed. It has a dough hook, and let me tell you, homemade bread is so easy with this. And then it has a nice big whisk attachment. Some of the other things that I love about this, it is obviously a tilt head. My old one was not, so I just find that it's easier to get in and add ingredients. It has a 5.75 quart bowl, and the handle on this bowl, I think probably people think I'm goofy because I talk about this handle all the time, but I just want you guys to see it is big, first of all, and it's rounded on the sides. My old one was not. It was just kind of a standard flat, maybe slightly curved piece of metal, but it wasn't like wrapped around like this. So this is very comfortable to hold on to if you happen to be lifting it out of the machine or cleaning it. It is dishwasher safe. All of the parts are dishwasher safe. Then on the back, it has an on-off switch, which I also love. My old one did not. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but it has a cord wrap as well. So that was something that was also kind of frustrating with my old one. I didn't have anywhere for the cord to go. If you have an appliance that does not have an on-off switch, I highly recommend unplugging it every single time. This one I still unplug just because I don't feel like I need to have it plugged in all of the time, where I can plug in my Deluxe multi-cooker that's back there and the blender, because they both have on-off switches, and I don't have to worry in case of power outage or anything like that. I don't have to worry about it. So this you could keep plugged in, but if you don't want to, you're going to have that cord wrap. Then on the side, it's digital, and it has different presets. So the cool thing about this, let me put this in just so you can see it. I do have a block of cream cheese in here. I also love the fact that you can put this bowl in. If you are right-handed, you can put it this way. You can set it in so that the handle is right in front if you prefer, or you can make it so that it's good for lefties. my old mixer did not do that. I am definitely right-handed, and it was like set for a left-handed person. So I'm gonna put this paddle attachment in. Actually, before I do, let me close it and show you something. So I'm gonna turn it on, and it's going to light up for you. There's a custom, a whip, obviously you can use your whipper attachment for that. A cream, so that is perfect for when you need to cream ingredients like for cookies. It's the perfect amount of time, and it truly does make a difference to incorporate the sugars and the butter correctly. So I was actually surprised because I was not creaming my ingredients as long as I should have been before. And then there's a mix, which we're going to use today, a beet and a knead as well. So you have full customization over each of these presets as well. If you need to drop the time or increase the time, you can. Your guide is going to tell you exactly like the max time it'll go. But if you look here, there's a flashing, let me see if I can zoom in and get this to come on camera. There's a flashing little icon here, and that is showing that you need the whip. If I turn it down to cream, now it's going to flash with the paddle, and so on. So each time you don't have to try to guess as to what needs to go in, and then knead, that little squiggly line is your bread hook. So I love that part. I also adore the fact that when I use this, I'm going to set it on mix, I can set it and walk away and do other things. And I don't have to worry that, oh my goodness, did I mix that cake mix for too much time? Did I not mix it long enough? It really takes the guesswork out. So also, if you have a new baker in your family or you yourself are trying to learn to bake, this is a great thing for you to use. So let me open up. One other thing that you can purchase separately is this amazing shield, and I love it. Again, my old mixer, the shield did not cover all the way around, and the placement for the funnel was just in an awkward spot. It never seemed to sit correctly in my bowl, and this one, I don't have to worry about that. So back here is, let me turn it one more time, the little lever to open it up. But up here is a notch so that when you need to lift it or move it, if you want to keep it in a cabinet or not on your counter, this makes it so much easier to pick up because there's a place for your hand back here. My other one was totally rounded. There wasn't really a place to lift. It was always awkward and much heavier than this. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to insert the paddle attachment, so just twist that on, and then I'm going to turn it and zoom in here for you guys so that you can see sort of the magic of this. So I don't know if you have ever tried to put flour or powdered sugar. If you hear background noise, that's my family. This is a family house, so we have 2 dogs and 2 kids, so there's always something happening in the background. So if you've ever tried to put flour, powdered sugar, anything like that into your mixing bowl of a stand mixer and you maybe make a mistake and turn it on too high, you know the mess that happens, because it's happened to me. It's not fun. But with this, watch what happens. So I had 1/3 cup of powdered sugar and 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. I have it here on the mix setting, and then I'm going to zoom in some more so that you guys can see, maybe. Whoops. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, I'm going to zoom in as close as I can, so hopefully you're going to see this beater as it moves around. So all you do is you push it in. It's going to flash the time. So if I wanted to change the amount of time, I can. In fact, I think I'm going to bump it down and just go for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. and see how that is. And then when you push it again, it's going to start. Now, notice that it's starting at a fairly slow speed, so you're not going to have that cloud of powdered sugar coming out at you. And then after a little bit of time, it's once the machine knows, the presets know how much time this needs to incorporate those powdered ingredients, and then it will slowly speed up and go faster and faster. So I just want you guys to see this. I know it's kind of crazy that we're going to sit here and watch something spin around, but I want you to be able to see how cool this is when it starts to increase the speed. There it goes. Did you just hear that? And you might have seen down here on the screen, now it's at a 2. So it was started at speed 1, now it's at speed 2. If you see any bouncing of your machine, that is totally normal. It's supposed to be that way. So during this time, you can be going and prepping another ingredients, getting something else ready, helping kids with homework, making yourself a mocktail or a cocktail. You don't have to worry and stand here and babysit this. This is looking perfect. So that's all the time it needed. If I had it continuing longer, it would continue to increase the speed. Let me open this up just so you guys can see. So you can make this mixture, and I'll scrape this down, with a stand mixer or even by hand. But can you guys see? Look at how nice and creamed that is together. So I don't have to worry about having little lumps somewhere that aren't where they needed to be. I don't have to get in there with another utensil to try to scrape down the sides and get it to go better and get it more mixed in. I don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to scrape this down. This is going to be the topping for, I didn't even tell you what we were making, our dessert pizza. If you have never had one of these, they are amazing. I actually remember growing up, my best friend's mom used to order, like special order from a bakery in town, the base of this, and then we would get to put on the ingredients, the different kind of fruit toppings that we wanted. So this machine does come with everything you see here. However, currently, as of right now, April 2023, it is a host exclusive item. But the beauty of that is my host can get this for under $200. And it is so well worth it. So let me move this out of the way, and then I'm going to show you the rest of this piece. Okay. So ahead of time, you do need to let this base cool completely. So ahead of time, I took a tube, just a roll of sugar cookie dough. You can also use the square packages. You could use your own sugar cookie dough if you wanted. You could use a package mix, whatever is easiest for you. I did spray with my kitchen spritzer that we have a little bit of oil, just because this is a brand new stone. When you first purchase your stone and start using it, if you're not familiar with stoneware, I probably could have gotten away with just using this refrigerated cookie dough, because it does tend to have a little bit more fat in it, and that will help the seasoning process. But I wanted to be extra careful with it. So I pressed this out, used my hand, and then I also used our baker's roller. This is an oldie but goodie. We do have a tapered roller, but especially with this particular piece of stoneware, it has about a 1/4 inch lip all the way around. And with these handles, I really couldn't get it in there. So something like this is perfect. It has two sides. So this side, you can roll up inside your pie pan or your rectangular baker, your square baker, and it just will really help you to press things out. I also like the fact that I don't have to roll my wrists at all. So if you are somebody who struggles a little bit with maybe arthritis or wrist pain, this is just going to keep everything flat, and it's dishwasher safe. So I love that. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about stoneware, and then we'll get going on this pizza. But if you're not familiar with stoneware, stoneware has been around since the beginning of Pampered, which was 1980. I'm just going to move this out of the way just a little bit. And it has had several sort of rebirths, if you will. So one of my first pieces that I got before I was a consultant is this round stone. It used to come with a metal rack, which I no longer use anymore, but you can see that compared to right here, this is a very light color. Obviously there's the white enamel on the edge, but this is very light in color underneath here, and this one is dark. That's the way it's supposed to be. Stoneware is going to season the more you use it, similar to a cast iron skillet. The difference though here between this pan and the other ones that I show you, and if you have stoneware at home, I encourage you to look at this, is the underside and how you can use it and take care of it. So I'm just going to turn this over. As you can see on this one, obviously it has a totally old logo on here, but there's just these spokes going out. Nothing fancy happening on the underside. But so that's a large round stone. This is also a large round stone, but it's in our kind of upgraded line that has that nice white on the outside. If I turn this one over, hopefully you guys can see. Let me zoom in a little bit. This has this squiggly pattern. We call this stone fusion. I affectionately refer to it as stoneware 3.0. And the beauty of this piece that is different from that one is that this is dishwasher safe. It is also preheatable, and you can use metal utensils on everything. So the pan that I have back here, I cannot preheat on, and I cannot put it in the dishwasher. So that old stoneware, we always used to say, don't use soap on it. You still should not. The new stoneware though, you can. So now you can put it in the dishwasher if you want to. It may take longer to season. It may not get that deep seasoning on it as some of your older pieces, but it is definitely safe to put in the dishwasher, which I know lots of us love. This one is also safe to go in the dishwasher. However, it is not safe to preheat. I don't think you would need to, although I will say that I did do a pizza on my old round stone and one on the new one, the Stone Fusion, and I was surprised actually. I didn't think that it would make that big of a difference, but it definitely made a difference being able to preheat that stone making a pizza. But I also want you guys to understand that the shapes are just a shape. So just because it's round doesn't mean it's just for pizza. There are stones out on the market that say bread making stone, pizza making stone. That is what they are for. Only that. I would not recommend doing any kind of protein, higher fat foods on those at all. They have much larger pores. That fat is going to run through those pores, make a big mess in your oven, and you're not going to be happy with the results. Ours have virtually microscopic pores, which makes them season much nicer, and you can use things like higher fat foods, bacon, biscuits, refrigerated cookie dough. You can do chicken, fish sticks, you name it, cheese sticks, any chicken nuggets. You can put them on stones. So I use my round stones for cookies all the time, not just for pizza. But today we're doing a pizza. My stoneware is definitely something that my hosts typically get for free. All of my hosts are going to get free items, discounted items, half-priced items, and then whatever happens to be the special for the month. Oh my goodness, this scraper is just being difficult right now. So I'm using a scraper that I probably should have grabbed one of my sturdier ones, but that's okay. This is working. If you're not familiar with our scrapers, they are not plastic. They are silicone for the head, and they are molded together, so you're never going to have to worry about them coming apart and having any kind of bacteria growing down inside there. As I mentioned, the pieces for your stand mixer are all dishwasher safe. So I'm just going to set this back here, pop it in my dishwasher later, and I'm going to spread this cream cheese mixture out. So it's almost like a cream cheese frosting. Yum. So then the fun part comes after this, because you can use your family's favorite fruits. So I've got 3 different ones here. You want about 4 cups or so, but I always like lots of fruit. So we're going to do a little bit more than that. And I'm going to show you another new product that has literally flown off the shelves. It has been so popular. All right. The hardest part of my job is not licking this. I do have live cooking demonstrations for anybody who's in the Sacramento area. So if you're interested in that, I'll come to you. That was one of the hardest parts though of my job. I have, by the way, this is our silicone trivet, and I love it because it nests together. You can use it just like this, or it comes apart. So you have not 1, but 3 different trivets. So, and it matches our Stone Fusion wave pattern. So that's that noise you're hearing. I also pulled it out with my small oven mitts. I love these. Honestly, I think I grab these more than I grab anything else now. We laughed when we first got them because they looked a little bit like Baby Shark. But I love the fact that they protect the back of my hands. I can use them in the oven, the microwave, with my multi-cooker. So love those. If you didn't see when I first measured out that powdered sugar, this is part of our measuring cup set. I love the fact that all pieces are snapping together, and this top piece, I'm not sure if you can see it, let me pull it off because it's clear. This is a little scraper. Let's see if you guys can see that. There it is, to get you an even measurement when you're measuring your flour and things like that. Little tip, if you are measuring flour, don't just take your measuring scoop straight down in there and measure. You want to actually use another cup and sift into your measuring cup, and then get it above that line, scrape it off, and then you have a much more accurate measure. Depending on the humidity of your area and the day, you could get more flour than you need, especially if it's flour, and that will definitely affect your results. Okay, so another measuring cup set we have is the Easy Read measuring cup set. So I have some blueberries in here that I already washed and dried, and then I have some strawberries and a banana. So I'm going to start and just, this is the 2-cup Easy Read measuring cup. It comes with a 2, a 1, a 2, a 4, and then also we have a little mini one as well. I know you can't totally see this right now. I love blueberries, so I wanted to make sure I had enough of these. The kids love blueberries. This is definitely a favorite fruit around here. So I'm just going to spread those out. Easy, easy. But you could do grapes on this. You could do kiwi on here if you wanted to. Raspberries, peaches, plums. I mean, literally any kind of fruit you like, you could. All right, so this is the new cup slicer. It is a cup. It has a cover, which we also will use, and then it has a serrated blade. So I already took the tops off of my strawberries with my little forged cutlery paring knife. We have a full line of these knives. They are a professional quality knife. They stay sharper longer than others on the market. They are perfectly weighted, and I adore these. So if you are somebody who has some knives at home that don't seem to be cutting, if you have to saw through your food, it's probably time for new cutlery. My hosts often get my forged cutlery sets as a half off. Okay, ready? Don't blink because this is going to go fast. You literally just take this on your fruit and you press. That is it. And you can just keep going until your cup is full. When you feel like maybe you didn't slice all the way through, you just put it onto the lid and press down again. And then you have these perfectly sliced strawberries in no time. So I am not going to take a lot of time to make this look beautiful because I know we're all busy and this has already been a longer video. But we can, I'm just going to put them here so you guys can see. Check that out. So then, let me do these last two. This is perfect if you're cooking with kiddos. It is great for any kind of soft fruit. You can also use it with olives and cherry tomatoes, your grapes, like I mentioned. I'm pretty sure you can do cucumber on this. Like I said, any kind of softer fruit. You don't want to use something like a potato on here because that could bend those blades. But super easy. Okay, check this out. I'm not even gonna worry about with my banana. I just threw it out there on the table and there you go. So simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed this easy dessert. How many of you will try it? Let me know in the comments below. And also, if you have any questions about any of these products, please either comment or send me a text to that number that I've been texting you on, and I'll be happy to help you with any questions you have. Thank you guys so much for your time, and I wish you were here to help me eat this because, oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that is. So I'll finish this off camera. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye.